Hello everyone, welcome back. And this time I'm going to talk about homework 6 question 2. And this question is given as a density function fxy equals to b. And this constraint. And we are familiar about this equation because it's a circle. And so if we integral in this circle, we know that the area of this circle equals to pi. So if we want to make this function is a valid joint PDF, we have to make sure that it equals to 1. Therefore, b equals to 1 over pi. The second question is asked about some expectation. So firstly, we are going to calculate the expectation of x. We have already known that the density function of xy, and we just multiply x in front of them. So we know that xy, x multiply density function integral, and then integral it from minus infinity to infinity. We know we can gauge this long equation, and we know that the form the equation is all the function. So if we integral from -1 to 1 each deal with each other, so the result equals to 0. So if we want to calculate the conditional expectation x, if we already know y, we have to write this form. So we have to write x multiply the conditional function x if we already know y. But this conditional function we don't know, so we have to calculate it. The conditional function is equals to fx conditional function the density function fx over fy. We have already known it from the previous lecture. Because fy equals to, we know the density function fxy equals to b, and density function y equals to the density function fxy integral according to delta x equals to this function. So we just plug into the previous equation and then is into this equation, and we can calculate the expectation of x if we know y. So it equals to 0. The same way, if we replace the lowercase y with uppercase y, we can get the conditional function of conditional expectation of xy. So this time we have to because it's a circle, and we know it has the property of symmetry. So the expectation of y, expectation of conditional expectation y, if we know x is same as before, it all equals to 0. They're all equal to 0. If we want to calculate expectation xy, we have to multiply xy with the function xy and integral from the constraint area according to delta y, and then according to delta x, and we know that equals to 0. So we prove that expectation xy equals to expectation x multiply expectation y. So we prove that xy are uncorrelated. The third question is Wanxia's question. Yes, I think we have done all of these questions.